Teams are the base for almost any Pokemon game. In order to beat the game and move on to the post-game, you always need an at least somewhat strong team. Your Pokemon team are like your best friends throughout the entire journey, and usually one of the members ends up becoming one of, if not your favorite Pokemon, which is why it's so difficult to narrow the team you're going to use to only 6 members. As I've previously stated, a Pokemon team consists of 6 Pokemon, and if you don't have the other version of the game that you're playing, such as if you're playing Pokemon Diamond but you do not have Pokemon Pearl, and there are more than 6 Pokemon that you want to use on your team, then you have 2 options. Either A, pull a Gary-Oak and constantly switch out your team members, or B, narrow down all the Pokemon that you want to use down to 6 possible members. There are many methods to this, so this is my guide to how you can put your Pokemon team together more easily, I suppose. The first option you have is you can go off of design. You obviously would prefer to not have a team of visually unappealing Pokemon, and for some people, that's all that matters. Maybe you can't decide whether you should choose the really cute looking Pokemon, or the one that looks really, really cool. In reality, for a serious playthrough, looks are probably the least important thing. Like how I thought and still think that Grapploct looks awesome. However, I was very upset whenever I found out that this Pokemon is more or less a piece of shit. But I still used him, and part of me regrets it, because I could have finished the game so much faster than what I did if I didn't use Grapploct. Also, why in Helix's name is Grapploct not a water type? Like, seriously, what the fuck? Just like most people, design is one of my favorite aspects of Pokemon. So if you're looking for a nice casual playthrough, then absolutely, you should base your team off of looks. In fact, that's what I do for all my casual playthroughs, and most of my first playthroughs. But in reality, your Pokemon team, in my opinion, shouldn't revolve around only looks, but it should definitely at least somewhat revolve around the next way that you can decide what your team will look like. Like I said before, choosing your team shouldn't revolve around nothing but appearance. It should also revolve around whether they're good in battle. Everyone wants their Pokemon to look strong, but the question is your Pokemon that looks really strong actually strong? If you're looking for a team that you will turn into your competitive team after your playthrough is finished, looking to speedrun, or plan on entering a tournament with that specific team, then you should definitely base your team off stats, abilities, and move pool over looks. And there are many Pokemon that combine both those aspects due to most strong Pokemon looking how they actually are. Like Charizard. The reason why people are so drawn to this fire dragon that technically isn't a dragon is because it looked like a dragon, which of course indicated that it was strong, and it was, which is why this Pokemon is universally loved, because it combines both looks and strength into one really cool Pokemon. And even though Charizard isn't one of my favorites, I still can't deny that it's really cool. The third way that you can decide is nostalgia. Maybe as a kid you played Pokemon Yellow. Fast forward 20 years and Pokemon Let's Go came out, and while you're playing it you remember how much fun it was to use a certain Pokemon, and you decide to yourself that you want to use that same Pokemon just as you did when you were a kid. This has happened to me on several occasions, except for me the nostalgia comes from the anime. I remember having a Pikachu, which later evolved into a Raichu on my X team because Ash had one, and using a Pikachu of my own really did make me feel like Ash. And now, whenever I'm playing Pokemon Blue or Let's Go, I remember how much fun it was to use a Raichu on my X team. So, whether you base your team off looks, strength, nostalgia, or all of the above, or maybe a method that I didn't cover today, either way, hopefully this video was entertaining. And please, let me know what you think of this new format, because I really loved doing this style. And thank you for watching. Arc out.